And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are going to be pissed.
Angel Reese just went off on Caitlin Clark after losing a major sponsorship deal. Yeah, it's as messy as it sounds.
So, Ice Cube, you see the headline from TMZ. Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Oh, fuck. It's about to get ugly.
But hold up, this isn't just a random outburst. Behind the scenes, there's tension, deals falling through, and a spotlight shifting fast. Stick around because I've got all the juicy details. And trust me, it only gets wilder.
TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week. And the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon.
It all started with a bombshell. Ice Cube publicly offered Caitlin Clark a whopping $5 million to join his Big Three league. Social media went wild, fans lost their minds, and headlines exploded. But here's where it really got messy. Angel Reese's name? Nowhere. Not mentioned, not hinted, not even whispered. Just completely left out. Then came the TMZ ambush. Cube was stopped at LAX, and they hit him with the million-dollar question. Would Angel get a similar deal? His answer? A flat-out no. No hesitation, no spin, just no. And just like that, Angel Reese went from rising star to sidelined spectator. It wasn't shade anymore, but more like a strategy. Cube didn't try to sugarcoat it either. He said it loud. We're in business to make money. Translation? Clark brings the numbers. Angel doesn't. Period. Sponsors heard that loud and clear. The vibe around Reese shifted overnight. Suddenly, that it-girl energy started fading. Fans noticed. Brands pulled back, and it started looking like Angel's hype wasn't enough to match the headlines anymore. Reese's supporters weren't having it. They blasted Cube for snubbing a black woman who's been grinding hard. But Cube? He was doing the math. Big Three isn't the NBA. There's no big budget, no backup plan, and no room for risk. Caitlin Clark? She's a guaranteed return on investment. Record ratings, sold-out arenas, jersey sales going off the charts. Angel may have the attitude, but Clark's got the algorithm. And that, in this business, is everything.
Explain that the snub wasn't personal, but it was business. That's all it is, business. Y'all gonna make it personal though. Just like y'all making it personal with Candace Parker. Y'all make it personal with anybody who does not lie and pretend like they are on the same level. That's all y'all gonna do. That's all y'all gonna do.
Let's stop pretending this is about vibes. It's about value. And Caitlin Clark is printing it. Her presence isn't just hype, it's hard numbers. Attendance jumps 105% when she plays. Her jersey sales, up 1,193%. The average WNBA crowd when she's on the floor, 15,591. That's not media fluff, that's revenue. Sponsors see that, and they don't need a sales pitch. Caitlin walks in and sells out. Angel Reese, she brings attention, sure. But there's a difference between making headlines and making money. Reese has drama, flair, fire. But corporations don't invest in Twitter trends. They invest in safety, stability, and bottom lines. Caitlin's image is polished, PR-proof. She gives credit to teammates, avoids controversy, and shows up like a CEO in sneakers. Angel? She leaned hard into the drama. On-court taunts, post-game shade, social media beef. She turned rivalries into marketing, but not the kind brands want to touch with a checkbook. And then came the $1,000 shoe rumor. Word was, Angel pitched her new kicks to Reebok at luxury pricing and got laughed out of the room. Denied or not, the perception stuck. And in branding, perception is currency. Angel wants to be a brand. Caitlin already is. She's in national commercials. She's boosting the Fever's social media by 266%. She isn't just part of the WNBA surge. She is the surge. Reese might light up Instagram for 24 hours. Caitlin Clark? She turns a Tuesday night game into a televised goldmine. If you're still riding with Angel or think Ice Cube made the right call, drop your take in the comments. And hey, only real ones hit that like button before the drama unfolds even more.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time.
Angel Reese was supposed to be the marketing golden girl. The lashes, the nails, the attitude. She had it all. Bayou Barbie wasn't just a nickname. It was a whole brand. She had her moment, went viral with that "you can't see me" taunt, and suddenly everyone wanted a piece of her. But that was then. Now, the WNBA spotlight's brutal, and Reese hasn't exactly delivered. Her stats are shaky, her game's inconsistent, and she's getting more attention for what she posts than what she plays. Instead of Rookie of the Year, she's getting side-eyed as TikTok All-Star, and brands are noticing. When Ice Cube passed on her for the Big Three, it wasn't about talent, it was business. He flat out said she couldn't bring the value Caitlin Clark could, and that's when the sponsorship started going quiet. Not canceled, just ghosted. PR deals vanished. No more skincare promos, no flashy drink collabs. Even that crypto thing, gone like it never existed. Behind the scenes, it's even worse. Her team is scrambling, and Angel knows it. She's talking about feeling silenced, feeling attacked. But the silence from brands is louder than any tweet. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark keeps breaking records. And Angel? She's just trying to keep her name in the headlines. And let's be honest, in this industry, once the buzz fades, it's a long road back.
Get her a Harold's Chicken membership. Mild sauce. Give Caitlin Clark all the mild sauce she want. She running Chicago, the queen of the rack. The biggest Barbie.
Let's get real. This isn't just hype. This is history. Caitlin Clark didn't just walk into the WNBA. She detonated it. The Indiana Fever, a team nobody cared about 6 months ago, now sells out every arena they walk into. Home, away, doesn't matter. She's not a player. She's a walking economic boom. Indiana Fever jersey sales are up 1,193%. Let that sink in. One player flipped the entire league's revenue model. Her games account for a third of WNBA attendance. That's 33.5% of butts in seats because of one rookie. When she's on the floor, the building's packed. When she's not, it's a graveyard. League Pass subs tripled. Social media, she's clocking 800 million views in 90 days. That's more than the NBA, more than the NFL. She's not competing with Reese. She's outpacing franchises. Now compare that to Angel Reese. Chicago Sky is third in attendance, but Caitlin's pulling 5,000 more fans per game. Brands notice that. That's why Caitlin's in national commercials while Reese is doing Reebok drops and battling overpriced sneaker rumors. One is expanding the league, the other is expanding a persona. Ice Cube's offer proved it. $15 million ownership stakes, a docuseries, all for Caitlin. And when she passed, they didn't pivot to Reese. They just moved on. Because money doesn't care about vibes, it cares about results. And Caitlin is the result. She's not chasing headlines, she is the headline. She's not building a brand, she's becoming a legacy. And the rest of the league, they're just trying to keep up. This is getting messier than a post-game handshake. Subscribe now, because the next chapter in this rivalry might just blow the lid off women's basketball.
What about Angel Reese? You think she could ball out? You know, she's pretty solid, you know?
Yeah, she's a great player. No, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese, so I don't know if we can make that. Same offer.
I see. So, maybe an adjusted amount.
I think we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
Cue the panic. The endorsements dried up. The headlines moved on. And Angel Reese, once the face of a viral movement, started slipping into the shadows. College stardom didn't come with a transition manual, and now she's learning that what worked in the NCAA doesn't always play in the pros. Her whole brand was built on attitude, swagger, noise. But now, that volume is costing her opportunities. When Ice Cube, a man who made his fortune off controversy, calls you too risky, that's not a red flag. That's a full-on evacuation order. Suddenly, Angel's feed shifted. Less heat, more heart, captions about growth, reflections on community, humble vibes. But rebrands don't erase receipts. The clapbacks, the smug smiles, the public rivalries. All of it plays like a highlight reel of reasons to stay away for brands who want consistency, not chaos. Because here's the truth. Viral doesn't always mean valuable. And in business, unpredictability is a deal breaker. Angel might say she's being misjudged, but the harsh reality? She was overestimated, and the market corrected itself. Fast. Now her fans are in defense mode, crying foul, screaming double standards, calling Ice Cube everything but correct. But no hashtag can change the bottom line. Cube isn't pressed. He's not canceled. He's calculating. And he's not willing to gamble millions on a player whose brand looks more volatile than bankable. Reese didn't just miss a bag, she lost her leverage. And while she's adjusting her image, Caitlin Clark is still racking up deals with a smile and a no-look pass. The game moved on, and it didn't wait.
Caitlin Clark. This was posted by Yahoo Sports. Ice Cube said Big Three doesn't have $5 million for Angel Reese like it did for Caitlin Clark. This is what Ice Cube had to say. This is directly from Cube himself.
And just like that, the game stopped caring. Angel Reese didn't get that Big Three deal. And let's be real, it wasn't because of talent. It was because the league didn't want the chaos. Ice Cube looked at the numbers, the headlines, the brand, and said, nah. Caitlin Clark's been out here showing that you don't need beef to be big. Quiet consistency is killing loud controversy. Reese had the moment. She had the spotlight. But she mistook trending for winning. While Caitlin was stacking stats and locking deals, Reese was clapping back, going viral, for all the wrong reasons. That momentum? Gone. The brands? Ghosted. Ice Cube didn't shade her, he just made a business move. No production, no profit. So what now? Reinvention? Maybe. But let's be honest, this isn't a rivalry anymore, but a separation. Clark's inking million-dollar endorsements while Reese is watching the offers dry up. This was never personal. It's just business. And right now, the business has moved on. Angel thought she was the main character. Ice Cube just reminded her she's not even in the next scene. Now the million-dollar question, was Angel Reese misunderstood or just outplayed? The court of public opinion is open. Hit subscribe and join the debate, because this saga is far from over.